And here is our Impact School of Money money quote of the day. It comes from Mr. John Wayne. If you don't know who John Wayne is, you're really young, I guess. But John Wayne said, "Courage is being scared to death, but saddling up anyway." Courage is being scared to death, but saddling up anyway. How often do we face something that we're scared to do? How often are we intimidated? How often are we overwhelmed? Here's what's interesting. In a moment where you do feel overwhelmed with money, with debt, with the lack of savings, with a current bill of some kind, if you were to travel 6 months in the future, maybe you'd have to go a year, maybe you could even go as little as a couple of weeks or a couple of days, and you were to ask your future self, hey, remember that one time you were crazy stressed about that one financial thing? And I would safely bet your future self would have a hard time remembering that thing. And so sometimes we get very caught up in the current, where in the future it's going to be something that we barely remember. And so keeping that perspective, knowing that life usually gets back to what we have set as normal in our lives, financially, the same thing happens. We may have, a time where we have a lot of debt, and we're like right at the limit of everything, all of the cards, all of the lines of credit that we have, and then something comes along, or we forge ahead, and courage is not another quote. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is, like John Wayne says, courage is being scared, but saddling up anyway, going out and getting it done. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's facing the fear, acknowledging the fear, and overcoming it. And there is no courage if there is no fear. Because there's got to be something to overcome, right? And having the courage to overcome, even in the middle of being totally scared to death. If you're a parent, talk about lots of times where you could be scared to death of what to do, the next step, but you've got this little person anyway. And, there are people that, again, there's certain situations where they've got to get some help. And in other times, people just wimp out way too early, right? And so it's learning, it's growing. That's how we grow. That's how we get better. That's how we improve, not only in our money, but just in life. So that's our money quote of the day from Mr. John Wayne.